Ben here from Ben's Sawmill. Now today, I'm just going to take you around and show you some of the stuff that I've got going on. Now, for starters, I got all these 4x4s in the back of my truck. Now, I got this wood for free, and you know what they say, beggars can't be choosers, right? Now, a lot of this wood, some of it is real nice and straight, and I'm going to use this to stack my lumber on. My plan is, I've been going too high with my lumber stack, and then I can't pick the stack of lumber up with the skid loader. And I'm having a little bit of difficulty there, and loading it and unloading it, stacking it by hand, going back and forth. It's easier if I only put a couple of layers, and then put a couple of these 4x4s, and then put a couple layers of wood, and then another couple of 4x4s, and just keep stacking them that way. I can take and come over with a set of forks, and put it between any row that I want, and just take one row 5 high or 6 high of wood, and then it's not too much weight for the skid loader to take. So that's my plan with these. Now some of them I put on the table saw and cut them down and use them for stickers between my lumber stacks, because it's dry lumber. I get them for free, and I'll show you here. Now here's my skid loader, right? I use the forks for just about everything. They come in handy. Got that set off of Craigslist, and I was really happy with the forks. I was excited about the forks when I first got them, and I thought, hey, you know, that's going to be great. You know, using a bucket and a chain and a set of grapples or something, it's tough to, you know, move logs around one at a time and hard to do. So with the forks, I made some improvements. Was able to move a lot of lumber and move a lot of logs with the forks. But I'll tell you what, I found something else. I found a big set of grapples. And I'll tell you what, these are fun to play with. Now I just picked these up the other day. Haven't used them yet on any logs, but I'll tell you what, I sure do plan on using them on a lot of logs. With the forks, you kind of push the logs around and, you know, drag the ground a little bit with them, leave some marks. Now with these guys, I'll tell you what, it's a shame the way the sunlight is. You're kind of not really getting a good picture of them. You know, all the time right now to hook them up and show you how they work, but I'll tell you what, definitely in a future video here coming real soon, I'll be running around with these like a crazy person here. Another little side note, I come down to the sawmill today, and my neighbor came down and dropped all these pine logs off for me. How do you like that? You can't beat it. You got friends like that, come down and drop a load of logs off. He wants a few boards to make a tree stand out of, but I'll tell you what, the rest of it, he's happy to get rid of it, and I'm happy to take it. Got a lot of wood there to cut too. Now, if you look at the front of the sawmill shed, that's all like a board and batten siding put on there. That's all pine that I cut off the sawmill, and it's a little unfinished. The top up there and the back behind here, and even the back side isn't finished yet. So our plan is to use some of that pine lumber to finish the sawmill shed up. But I wanted to show you, since I got all this wood to cut, I brought some of those 4x4s down. We set them on a table saw and we cut them 3/4 square. Now since those 4x are nice dry wood, we were able to cut a ton of stickers to put between all the lumber. And you know, there's not a whole lot there, but there's enough there to get me started. So I have the stickers now, I have the place to put the lumber, I've got some sawmill blades coming, and I'll tell you what, everything that's going on here, I'm going to be ripping and roaring on this sawmill hill real soon. Those are my tongs there while I'm here talking. I said earlier we used to use the bucket with a chain and a set of tongs, and that's how you do it. You know, you get them from the tractor supply store or the hardware store. You can order them offline, and they're nice. They work well, especially if you're dragging a log somewhere, or if you're you know, you don't have many other choices, you only got a bucket or something, you can hook a chain to the bucket and then hook them to the bucket on the skid loader, or any kind of loader for that matter, any kind of tractor. That was how I got my start, one set of tongs at a time. And actually, I'll even show you, I used to manhandle some logs here by hand. You know, have a log arch, you put the tongs on here, and you have that log arch, you roll up to the log, you pick the log up, and then you haul it around by hand. And I'll tell you what, it doesn't look like much, but I've actually loaded logs on a trailer with that thing. Get the end of the log hung up on the end of the trailer, come down the other end, pick it up, take the weight off it, and just slide it across the trailer. I've loaded 10 logs on a trailer with just that arch. No equipment at all. It's nice for tight spots in yards you can't get the skid loader in. So I'll tell you what, that's a nice handy little tool, that log arch there. So the log arch, I got the cant hook, some tongs. Those are just kind of like you know, a starter kit you should have if you're going to start a sawmill. But I'll tell you what, dry stickers, that's a must-have if you're going to stack some lumber. And I've got just enough there to get started. Well, that's about it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed the little update, and I'll definitely be seeing you in some videos here soon. Take care. Till next time.